There you read it, folks. April 2nd at the NRG Stadium, Houston, Texas, where you will all see Telethon 6, the grandest stage of them all. And of course, you'll see many festivities happening, including the main event, the triple threat match, Chuck Norris, Stalker against Freddy. But of course, you'll also see excellent matches from top to bottom. And these two will definitely become a part of Telethon, as Legs, the current light heavyweight champion, is taking on the challenge of Giganto. Of course, the stipulation to this is if Legs can break the undefeated streak of Giganto, then Catwoman doesn't have to go into the box for his light heavyweight title match against Indiana Jones at Telethon. But if he can't break it, in the box, Catwoman goes.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, accompanied by Catwoman from Boston, Massachusetts, weighing in at 240 pounds, Legs!
Current light heavyweight champion, I'd like to reiterate that the title is not on the line. He doesn't have to worry about Giganto, but he has to worry about Indiana Jones. More so, I wonder if he's afraid of Catwoman, because he'll probably never hear the end of it should he lose.
And his opponent, accompanied by Ammo from Munich, Germany, weighing in at 376 pounds, Giganto!
If Legs loses, I think he's gonna hope that Catwoman stays in that box.
Giganto, his popularity has reached international heights. People here in England absolutely adore this man. He has been on an absolute tear since debuting in the Television Wrestling Association last year. I do believe he's now 11-0, 12-0.
Like I said last Battlefront, I lost count.
Nobody has figured this German giant out. But of course, I wonder if the immovable Hulk Hogan is going to try to chop this German giant down to his knees at Telethon. These two will meet in a hair versus hair match. Should Bulk Hogan lose, he gets the remains of his hair. I think there's one or two of them shorn off. But if Giganto loses, then Ammo has to shave his head. And now wait a minute, it's Indiana Jones! Legs tried to run away, and Indy throws Legs back into the ring, into the waiting arms of Giganto.
That's not a DQ.
And there's the first reverse DDT. Here's the pin one. And Catwoman sticking her nose, trying to make sure she doesn't end up in the box. But of course, Giganto has Ammo to reverse the interference. Oh, come on, ref, give me a break! Giganto had the inside cradle for the victory. I believe Giganto just flipped Legs upside down. And a hard kick. And now Ammo standing on the apron, trying to give some words of encouragement to his charged Gigant. And now Gigant with an inside cradle again. 1, 2, no! Hard power slam. And looks like Catwoman has been chased away by Ammo. And hard spear from the top rope. Since when do you see Gigant go high risk? 1, 2, no! This is becoming a massacre, a mugging. But wait a minute. Legs now gets some bit of offense in, using those kicks he's so famous for. And there's a hard headbutt. And now, Gigant, he's getting ready. The consequence.
Legs looked like he had his own head up his ass.
He looked folded up like an accordion. 1, 2, 3. Gigant's streak continues, and Catwoman is going to the box.
Here's your winner, Gigant!
And that harlot is not too happy. Legs tried his hardest, but he fell victim to the German giant. Pretty sure Legs is worried about Catwoman, how she's going to kill him. But what's Bulk Hogan thinking? I mean, he's going to have to get in the ring with Gigant at Telethon. And nobody's been able to figure him out yet. Now, wait a minute, that's Arms! Arms just clotheslined the hell out of Gigant. And there's Bulk Hogan! He just attacked Ammo from behind. Okay, why was Arms out here?
I don't know, he'd been away for a few months.
And now Bulk Hogan's coming down to the ring. Gigant was knocked out. Arms is still there. Happy to help you out, big dude.
Thanks a lot, Yams. Take a look, Gigant, at this cool, closing stud. He is now my new friend, so I'm glad you and Legs stopped me. He is gonna help me beat you and shove Ammo's hair. Brother, when the match is over and you're looking up at the lights with Ammo's hair in your mouth, I want you to feel very, very bad for stealing my Monumentum. I brought you here just to make me look good. And you repaid me by building yourself up. At Telethon, brother, it's gonna be time for you to make your meter. I mean, meet your maker. Damn it, I practiced that line over and over and under.
Can we go before they wake up? And now Bulk Hogan has reached into an even bizarre alliance with Arms, as those two are now set to try to take Gigant down.
Oh, at last, somebody who's actually good looking.
Well, Arms likes to consider himself good looking.
I like this crowd. They seem to actually appreciate Metal Queen more than America.
I'm sure everybody appreciates Metal Queen, they just don't appreciate the fact that she's returned to the dark side just to keep that belt around her waist. Metal Queen beat Katana and Melina in a triple threat match for that women's title at On Your Monitor's Adrenaline Rush. So Metal Queen has firmly established herself as an utter threat. What more do you all want, huh? What more do I have to do to prove that I'm still the greatest women's champion this company has ever seen? I beat both Katana and Melina at Adrenaline Rush, and you still boo me! I'm still labeled as a coward! Let me tell all you hypocrites something. Every single challenge that I've issued at anyone has issued to me. I've gladly accepted it. I agreed to fight Pamela Voorhees at Telemania 4. I stepped inside Hell in a Cell with Sarah Connor, and I fought Melina and Katana on my own. But apparently, you all still need some convincing. So I have put out another challenge. And it's to you, Samus. I have agreed to give a woman's title shot to the one who, quote unquote, never really lost it. I'm the only one who's got a victory over her. And I can make it 2-0 at Telethon. And if that won't shut you all up, then I guess nothing. Wait just a minute. Well, Metal Queen may be popular in England, but the most interesting man in the world sure as hell is not. Current Universal Champion is going to have to await Nazareth in a 30-minute Iron Man match at Telethon. Any reason why you cut me off?
First, I am told that I must fight Nazareth in an Iron Man match at Telethon. And now you're saying you want to defend your title against Samus? No offense, darling, but did Nazareth hurt your head when he chokeslammed you?
What fucking nerve do you have asking me that?
Well, quite frankly, Vanessa, I'm getting sick of the way that you treat me. I've been a gentleman, opening doors for you, carrying your bags, helping you win, and retaining that belt. And you still get to repay me with sex.
Why would I do that?
Because we are a couple, damn it. And couples show their...
Who said we were a couple?
I love you. I thought you loved me too.
Why are you men so stupid? I clearly admitted when we first partnered up that I was using you to get what I wanted. I have no feelings for you whatsoever.
What about Nazareth? Are you two secretly still together? And you arranged this Iron Man match as some sort of long-term revenge scheme?
As far as I'm concerned, I could care less about either of you. All men have done is take advantage of me. and it felt so good to take advantage of one. Adios, darling.
Wow.
But that's a bit harsh. I mean, I really have no love lost for the most interesting man in the world, but I don't know if he really deserves that. Looks like Samus is blocking the way. Metal Queen, she's heading down that ramp, but Metal Queen is not budging. And now the most interesting man, what's it? What? You just need Metal Queen in the back!
What are you doing?
And now, Hurricane Rana, this is going to serve him a suspension, and Samus just knocked the most interesting man out. Now, a German suplex right on his neck. I'm surprised Samus is not going after Metal Queen. They're going to clash on April 2nd for the women's title. But instead, Samus is making her mark for the Universal Champion, the most interesting man in the world. Now, most interesting man getting in Samus' face, shoves him, and a suplex halfway across the ring. Metal Queen is just standing there. She made her feelings felt that she didn't care about the most interesting man in the world. And a hard shot. Samus and Metal Queen just gave each other a glance, and that was it. I mean, did Samus probably feel that she could send a stronger message to Metal Queen by beating the crap out of the male competitors to show that she has no fear for her? I don't know what's in the mind of Samus, but I do know what's in the mind of the Wario Brothers, and that's revenge. They're taking on Yosemite Sam and Foghorn Leghorn coming up next. Of course, this war between 2D and the Nintendo family has just intensified. And if the Looney Tunes should get a victory over members of the Nintendo family, it'll just be another thorn in the side of the angry video game nerd and his Nintendo brother.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, accompanied by the angry video game nerd from Italy at a total combined weight of 483 pounds, the Wario Brothers.
Of course, the Wario Brothers have been around for a very long time in the TWA. And they're especially intent on teaching these young whippersnappers, Yosemite Sam and Foghorn Leghorn, a lesson in the ring they'll never forget.
And
your opponents, representing 2D, Yosemite Sam and Foghorn Leghorn.
Is Foghorn riding the bike, or is he riding Yosemite Sam? He looks like he's massaging his neck. We'll say this about Foghorn Leghorn. This man is looks like a dominant force. He's like 6'8", 6'9". He's full of muscle. Yosemite Sam, on the other hand, is the shortest one of the group. Now we're going to see a contrast of styles between Wario and Sam. Wario, of course, with more beef on him, the stronger of the two. Yosemite Sam, he's, from what I've gathered, he's more of a strategist.
Are these two even cleared to wrestle? They sure don't look like it.
It looks like Yosemite Sam's hat just bud right into the side of the ring apron. Whoever wins this match is going to have a serious edge in this whole rivalry. And Wario so far teaching Yosemite Sam a harsh lesson. And now here comes Waluigi, who is more on Yosemite Sam's tempo in terms of in-ring styles. Hard clothesline. And now Waluigi using expert tag team maneuvers. Waluigi has, before the count of 5, to get out of there. And now Yosemite Sam just jacked Wario's jaw, and now we're going to see the real beef come in. Wario and Foghorn Leghorn going tooth and nail.
Whoa!
Foghorn Leghorn already has proven to be the difference maker for the Looney Tunes. There's a hard uppercut by Wario. He's getting ready to put the big rooster away. Wario with a neutralizer. And could this be it? Here's the pin. 1, 2. No! That was close. Foghorn Leghorn with a hard backbreaker to Wario. There's a hard shot to the face. And now Waluigi's going to get to come in and show Foghorn Leghorn what he's made of, even though, once again, a contrast in in-ring styles. Waluigi is a high flyer. Foghorn Leghorn is more power-based. And now Waluigi doing push-ups. I'd hate to see Chuck Norris do push-ups on that ring. He would pretty much crush the canvas. Waluigi with a hard boot. Despite being the muscle of Looney Tunes, Foghorn Leghorn is having a hard time figuring out the Wario brothers.
It looks to me like Bugs just threw a bunch of people in this company with no skill whatsoever.
So far, in the words of Alice in Chains, the Warrior Brothers have come to snuff the rooster. And a hard headbutt. And Waluigi with a shoulder breaker. Wario tackles Yosemite Sam off the ring apron. There's a hard hip toss. We're going to see the shoulder breaker again. No! Last ride. One, two, three. Snuff the rooster, they did.
You are your winners, the Warrior Brothers.
They got numbers, but like I say, they don't have skill.
The Wario Brothers already showed one of Warner Brothers' henchmen who the true WB is.
I'm receiving word that we're going back to Kubrick's limo. Jack apparently is getting more and more agitated.
I think Jack Torrance has already attacked a car. I don't know if that's the same one. Wait a minute. Alex. And what the fuck? And there they are.
Yes.
It's Alex DeLarge. He just assaulted Jack Torrance from behind.
But where did he come from?
I don't know how Kubrick and Alex managed to escape their limo. Maybe they must have broke the roof or something. Or maybe Jack Torrance had his back turned for a second. Most interesting, man. For a guy who's supposed to be chivalry personified, you sure beat up a lot of women.
Don't even start with me. You did pick all when Nazareth hit Vanessa.
Yeah, because your girlfriend... ex-girlfriend didn't press charges.
I know it. That bitch has been working with Nazareth all along. Well, if I'm facing Nazareth at Telethon in a big marquee match, then you can't suspend me. So, thank you. Bye-bye, Billy.
Here's what I'll do. If you fail to retain that Universal title, then I will suspend you for 3 months. Got that?
We'll see what authority you have when Rich Uncle Pennybags wins the election.
Don't hold your breath on that.
Wow. Now this crowd, I really love them. I've never heard these two cheered as loudly as they are here.
Are we going to get that special announcement now that you've been hyping up all night, Mr. Broadcast Journalist?
assume so.
Those who follow word of mouth are fools. I'm speaking to you, Jack. We've been in the arena all night, but instead of thinking to look for us, you stood by the limousine that I said I was in, and you made yourself look like a moron. And that mental trait of yours is precisely why we have come to this resolution. Your psychotic behavior has gotten too far out of my control, which is why I have terminated our partnership. Alex had grown tired of having to rely on a partner whose psyche is too unpredictable and unreliable. I thought it would be easy to use your pattern of behavior against your opponents. But now, I find it easier to use your own pattern of behavior against you. Like I said a few weeks ago, Jack, you're just an obedient dog. Well, Jack is coming down to say something about that. I think we better keep security at ringside, considering all hell is going to break loose. He's got that psychotic look in his eyes. Ah, that's me old rogue, getting right back up after getting his ass dropped. If you valued your life, kid, you'd shut your fucking mouth. Stanley, I am getting so sick of all your philosophical talk about psyches and patterns of behavior. This is wrestling, and we get stuff done with our fists, not our brains. I'm glad you think that way. It further assures how easy my job will be. Really? Then let's put it to the test. Telethon 6. Me versus Alex. You've fallen right into my world, Jack. I know. At Telethon, this betrayed, battered, and beaten dog is gonna bite back. Jack Torrance tried to take a swing at Stanley Kubrick, but gets double-teamed for his efforts. Wrestling is a game of chess, Droogie. And at Telethon, it's checkmate for you.
Damn straight.
Well, we're going to see the two former tag team partners duke it out. It's going to be Alex DeLarge versus Jack Torrance at Telethon 6. And I assure everybody, this will not be pretty. If you have kids at home, you probably want to have them turned away for that bout. Glad you could see me, Batman. This is how you campaign? Lying on a couch eating fish eggs? That's a lovely suit. What color is it? Is it blue or brown? What do you want? I'm serious. What color is that suit? Hashtag, I can't tell. It's Brown. Now will you tell me what you called me for? I couldn't help but notice a bit of tension and jealousy between you and Superman. This wouldn't be because of the loser leaves TWA match I arranged for Telethon, would it? Oh no, of course not. Well, maybe if you treated me, your boss, better over these past few months, your career wouldn't have had to end this way. What a shame. Excuse me. Well, the war between Nintendo family and Looney Tunes is not over. In fact, it's just heating up. McCloud, who is getting ready to face Bane for the primetime title at Telethon, is going to have a stop along the way, and he's going to challenge Sylvester. Of course, this, I think, will be Sylvester's first match in the TWA. McCloud, former light heavyweight champion, and now he's fixing to get the primetime title around his waist, so I know he's just gonna take any hairball Sylvester has and shove it up his ass.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. First, accompanied by Angry Video Game Nerd from Corneria, weighing in at 186 pounds, McCloud!
Did you get that stupid crap Jack was saying? How wrestling doesn't at all involve your brain?
Well, it takes more than just brains to be a TWA superstar. You gotta have guts. You gotta have determination. And I know Jack Torrance. He is more determined than ever to stick it to Alex DeLarge and to stick it to his old boss, Stanley. I sincerely hope for their sake it's a hardcore match, because we know those two guys are going to throw the rule book out the window.
And his opponent, representing 2D, Sylvester!
Got the stopwatch ready.
Foghorn Leghorn failed to pick up a victory earlier on tonight as they fell to the Wario brothers, but Sylvester hopes to succeed where they failed. And he wants McCloud to hear the cat's meow, but so far, not a good job. McCloud knows that any loss between now and Telethon will cost him in his primetime title match against Bane. And Fox just shoves Sylvester down. McCloud wrenching Sylvester's neck right on the top rope. Hard clothesline. Sylvester has not been able to get off the starting block. And down goes Sylvester. McCloud. What is he doing? Oh, double axe handle. Sylvester just got breathed. But Sylvester rams McCloud with steel steps, and Angry Video Game Nerd didn't like that too much. And Oh, Sylvester just took down the nerd.
Going after the one guy he can go after.
And Fox McCloud is going to make Sylvester pay for going after his manager. Here's a hard elbow. Sylvester drags Fox McCloud back into the ring the hard way. Fox McCloud wants to take a few knots and put them in Sylvester's head. Here's a kick. Here's a pin. 1, 2. Sylvester still staying in the match, even though Fox McCloud, if this match were being judged on points, Fox McCloud would be far ahead. But there's a start switch. 1, 2, 3. Well, for the Looney Tunes, it's 0-2.
Here's your winner, Fox McCloud.
Looks like the Looney Tunes have not been doing a very good job on delivering their threats. The Nintendo family has beaten 3 of their members thus far.
Things are looking to get real ugly now.
Even though Fox doesn't have to worry about Sylvester, he sure has to hell worry about this man. Bane has been having a stranglehold over the primetime title for many, many months. I guess it wouldn't be Telethon season without a visit from you.
An impressive showing, Mr. McCloud. You can easily handle competitors your own size. But how will you fare against someone nearly 100 pounds heavier than you? Someone who can strangle your neck to the little head pops off.
I've heard the whole big versus small angle before, so save what little breath you have. You and Pennybags have counted your chickens before they've hatched regarding me. I may be small, and I will most likely get hurt at Telethon. But if I'm going to get hurt, I'm going to get hurt walking out with your primetime title, because I got nothing to lose. Andros took all I had. There's nothing you can take from me.
Everyone has something to lose. Everyone.
And now, Bane just threw Fox in the corner and... Oh no, don't... Oh, come on, Bane, enough's enough! He just drove the angry video game nerd's neck into the ground. And Fox McCloud is not going to take any of that, throws Bane out of the ring, but the nerd could be seriously hurt. Fox McCloud, he is livid. He is bent out of shape. But I wonder if that was Bane's plan the whole time.
Bane has been known to be a thinker like Kubrick.
I just hope Fox is not going to be emotionally compromised for his primetime title bout. And here comes Wario. Fox and Wario have both taken the manager, Angry Video Game Nerd, on a stretcher. Hopefully he doesn't have any serious neck injuries, but doctors are probably going to have to keep him overnight for observation. Considering the documents with the nerd as an American citizen, I just hope British hospitals won't charge him.
I know where you live, honey. And I'm coming to hang you with your own intestine. God damn it. Get you later. Bye. Who the hell's texting me?
Who was that?
Beats me. I guess somebody wants to fight him at Telethon?
He's got enough to worry about tonight with Chuck Norris, the Stalker, and Jason, but let's go backstage to Vince offer he's got an interview with Grindhouse. Hi, it's Vince with the #1 contenders to the TV Tag Team titles at Telethon, Grindhouse, Django and Machete. Now, let me just get this right out of the way before we start. Will you be voting for Rich Uncle Pennybags? Because he believes in equality. No rich white man believes in equality, so fuck Pennybags. Very well. Okay, go ahead. Machete, we've gone through almost all the white boys in this place. And it looks like two of the toughest white boys around stand between us and a pair of those tag team belts. We've never gone up against power and strength like this. But I ain't never been afraid of no white man, big or small. And I ain't backing down now. Conan, Tarzan, y'all have been put down many opponents for the past 3 months. But an entire community of rednecks couldn't keep me down. So you two, sure as hell, won't keep the fastest gun of the South down. Tell him, Machete.
We've seen these bodybuilders dish out pain to many opponents. But can they take pain? Machete can. I've been scarred physically and emotionally. There is no form of pain I can't take. I will hurt myself to hurt brute force, and I know Django will do the same. If they can't take pain and keep going, then the tag team belts are all ours.
Man, you guys are nuts. So, Brute Force is taking on the Justice League coming up next. Got any comments about that? We don't care about no superhero white boys, but we will take a peek at this match.
Yes, we'll get an up-close and personal glimpse of what Brute Force can do.
I'd watch my back if I were you, Brute Force. Grindhouse is coming to watch your match with Justice League, and it's coming up next. Well, of course this will be the last time Superman and Batman will team up as a unit. Because these two are fixing to face each other in a retirement match at Telethon. And it's fitting how they fought each other at the first Telethon. And now one of these guys' careers is going to end with that same match.
The following tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. introducing first, accompanied by Lloyd Christmas, at a total combined weight of 510 pounds. They are the current TWA Tag Team Champions, Brute Force.
Well, Jim Carrey may not be in the bank heist at Telethon, but he'll be accompanying these two men for their tag team title bout on the grandest stage in them all. They got Grindhouse to worry about.
And their opponents, at a total combined weight of 515 pounds, Batman and Superman, the Justice League.
They may have some success in the TWA, but I don't think they're going to have much success in Hollywood.
I don't know if that's really relevant now, Of course, there has been a bit of dissent between Batman and Superman as of late, as Batman feels, well, that first match that he had with Superman at the first Telemania, it's been eating him up inside since he lost that match, and Batman feels he is more superior. Here comes Grindhouse. The two guys Brute Force will be facing for the tag belts at Telethon. And now, Superman being welcomed into the ring. He greets Conan with a belly-to-belly suplex. These two pillars of strength have gotten it on in the past. But those were more higher profile matches. They fought each other for the TWA title. If I were Lord Christmas, I would just take a seat. Trying to interrupt these muscular guys at work would be a huge mistake. Superman grabs Conan by the loincloth. And now the fists are really coming in. I wonder if Superman and Batman are really concentrating here, because both of these men know that their career could be over after April 2nd. Conan and Tarzan, on the other hand, are extremely focused. They want to send a message to Grindhouse that it doesn't matter how much pain they dish out to them, they're going to take it.
I just received word Jaws has just arrived here. Looks like he's getting ready for your interview. All I can say to you, RJ, is don't try anything. Like, if Bond happens to come out there and they confront each other, don't get involved.
Why would you assume I get involved? I'm a broadcast journalist. I'm just trying to get the facts together.
Yeah, but I know you love the faces around here.
I would like to get some answers over, James Bond and his recent actions as of late. course, things have recently come to blows between Jaws and James Bond, so I really just want to help the two guys out. See if I can diffuse any of the tension. Batman with a huge DDT to Tarzan.
Did Batman try to throw Tarzan into Superman?
I think Batman was trying to set up Superman for a double team maneuver to nail Tarzan, but Superman just kind of got out of the way. I could tell that their heart is not really in this match. They're thinking about their careers. Just to wake up one day and realize that you're no longer employed by the TWA. That you can no longer do what you love in that ring anymore. It gets you.
Well, then you guys better hope that Superman vs. Batman the movie is going to be a big money maker, because if one of you isn't here anymore, you're not going to be bringing in the same amount of cash.
Grindhouse has still been standing on near the ring entrance around the Titantron for a while now. Just there to get a glimpse of Conan and Tarzan to see what they're going to do to punish them for the tag belts at Telethon. And now Superman is back in the ring. Tarzan, of course, has been taking quite a bit in that ring as well. Wonder if he'll make the tag to Conan at some point. And oh, Superman kicked the referee by accident.
And Conan tied himself in.
Of course, Tarzan, I don't think minds that Conan line tagged himself into the match. Because the fact that they're a tight-knit as a team. There's the tag. And Tarzan just got tripped. But he comes right back up. Tarzan, one of the few competitors I know who fights bare feet. The jungle driver, but Superman reverses it into a DDT. Superman's now coming alive here at the Wembley Arena. Oh!
What the hell?
Was that an accident or was that intentional?
That sure didn't look like an accident.
Batman just ended up with a bulldog to his own partner. But nonetheless, Superman with a super slam, he could be ready to put brute force away. This would likely be an upset. Lloyd looks like he's getting a bit frantic on the outside. And there's a DDT. There's a hard spine buster. Tarzan trying to hold Superman for his partner Conan to get up and do his damage. And there's a hard headbutt. Superman has been teaching Conan a lesson so far. Now Conan really wrenching the arm of Superman. Tarzan really coming to life with those drop kicks against the Man of Steel. And now Superman, Hurricane Rana, and Batman with a powerbomb on the way down. Looks like this team is finally coming back into full force.
Well, I don't get it. 1 minute Batman's bulldogging Superman, and the next they do a cohesive move like that.
1. Now Batman looking for the backbreaker. Oh! Down goes Tarzan. And here's the pin. But Lloyd stops the count from happening. Conan breaks it up. And now we got a melee here. Conan and Superman are going to have to get out of the ring before the count of 5. Tarzan with a hard DDT to the Dark Knight. Shoves him off. Batman with a pin. Tarzan with a German suplex. And looks like Conan is going to be welcomed back into the ring. There's a hard headbutt. And Batman goes down. Batman just keeps coming forth at Conan. Like, I guess all of these teams here have something to prove. Brute Force wants to prove a point to Grindhouse, whereas Superman and Batman want to prove a point to each other. Brute Force will fight for their titles. Superman and Batman will fight for their careers.
And Lloyd is just there.
1, 2, 3. Oh, wait. Oh, the referee distracted once again by Lloyd Christmas. I think if it had not been for Lloyd's interference, Superman and Batman would have had the victory. But now Lloyd Christmas has been thrown out.
Oh, look at this.
What? Lloyd's leaving. Oh, he just got clotheslined by Machete. And now Django and Machete are just taking their turns on the manager of Brute Force. Double DDT. And that was enough to distract Brute Force as Superman tried to attempt a dive, but Conan got out of the way. Oh, what does this guy want? Tell you someone who is not very popular here in England, and it's Officer Mallory. Tarzan tried to go for a clothesline, but Superman got out of the way. Even though Lloyd is now absent from ringside, I have reason to believe that won't faze Brute Force. Tarzan is desperately trying to tag in his partner Conan, but Superman keeps stopping him. Tarzan punches him, DDT. And now Conan's going to be let in. Yes, he is. And now here we go. Superman with the heart. And now Tarzan lets himself in. And he continues to get greeted with belly-to-belly suplexes by the Man of Steel. And now Superman with a one-legged figure 4. And Conan stops it immediately, and now, once again, a Donnybrook has ensued between these competitors. Tarzan makes the tag to Conan. Neither of these teams are finished yet.
If we still have 2 more matches after this and we're already near the 2-hour mark, how long is this show gonna be?
Both of these teams must be exhausted at this point. I know I'm getting a bit exhausted calling the action. And now Officer Mallory has made his way in the ring.
That took him a long time.
I think he was standing around the Titantron area. And now Batman with a hard power slam. Looks like this could be it. Justice League could probably win this, but Officer Mallory, he's distracting Batman. And now, wait a minute. Batman was cut from behind with the anvil of Crom. And here's a pin. 1, 2, 3. Brute Force are the winners.
You are your winners. Brute Force.
Superman and Batman were doing quite well in the match until Officer Mallory made his presence felt and cost the team the match. Mallory's up too. But wait a minute, here comes Superman.
What's gonna happen here?
I don't know, is he gonna go after Mallory? He's exchanging words with him, and Superman's gonna punch him. Oh! He accidentally knocked Batman down, and now he's going right after the old hag. Superman, he was cheered for throwing Mallory out of the ring, but Batman shoves him down, and he didn't like that. And Batman, he is incensed. He's been out of shape, and Superman can't figure this out. Tensions are really growing between these two guys. And as far as Brute Force goes, they just barely got by the Justice League tonight. So they're going to have a bit more studying to do if they want to get past the challengers, Grindhouse, at the Telethon pay-per-view.
As your highly skilled tech crew found out who's been texting me these threats, I demand to know who it is. What overconfident idiot wants to be slaughtered by me at Telethon?
Relax. They trace the caller, and it's him.
Forget it, freak. I'm not facing you.
Is the nerd okay? I don't know. Doctors won't let us in. All they told us is that he's barely conscious and he's been slurring his words. This has to stop. I am tired of everybody targeting him to get to us. Well, after I fight Bane at Telethon in front of the world, nobody is going to overtake advantage of the nerd again. Sorry, Fox, but I can't wait that long. I want to teach that Bane a lesson myself. I'm going right over to Billy Mays and demanding a match with Bane next Battlefront. If you really want to, good luck, Mario. Go ahead and stomp that bastard's face in. I'm going to try and get an update on the nerd. I've heard a melee just broke out in the back, and the Mario Brothers have been severely assaulted from behind by Bugs Bunny and Homer Simpson.
What happened to their caps?
Who cares about the caps? Are they okay? Nintendo family has put up with a bit tonight. First with the Looney Tunes, then with Bane. Long time no see, Freddy. You look even uglier than I remember. You too busy dream stalking to groom yourself?
Ah, John McClane. Always a wise, cracking, funny man. Adored by my children. Your jokes are merely a retort for the fear I invoke from you. I know you're afraid. I can feel your fear making me stronger.
Uh-huh. Well, how about instead I make you feel pain by shoving my foot in your... So you got a match with this shit disturber tonight? Oh, Rose, have you accepted my telethon challenge? Or are you gonna cower away again? I accepted it the minute you showed your wrinkled face back here.
What an interesting picture we have here. What's missing, McClane? It's a belt around your waist. What does that say about your chances?
Yeah, sure jerk each other's dicks now, but after telethon, this whole picture will be different. I'm gonna be the only one with a belt, and the only things wrapped around your waist will be a 2,300-pound fangirls of yours. I hope you've still got the moves to back that up, old man. Or else you're gonna find out quick at Telethon why I run this monkey farm. Do whatever you gotta do, Freddy. Well, of course, we got John McClane and the TWA champion, Freddy Krueger, coming up next. Of course, we know there's no love lost between these two in the past. John McClane will try to beat the TWA champion tonight to further make Captain Rhodes pee himself over what he's going to be in for when he faces him for the Rated R title at Telethon.
McClane's gonna be the one peeing himself. He's old.
And of course, if Freddy should lose to McClane tonight, is that going to make him ripe bait for the Stalker or Chuck Norris?
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first from New York City, weighing in at 219 pounds, Die Hard, John McClane.
man may be old, but he is full of piss and vinegar.
You know what else is full of piss and vinegar? His catheter.
Will you be serious?
Opponent, accompanied by Alfred Hitchcock, weighing in 210 pounds. He is the current TWA heavyweight champion, the entity, Freddy Krueger.
Kubrick is adored here in England, but Hitchcock isn't, since he got out of England to go to Hollywood.
Well, more so, I don't think they approve of Hitchcock's alliance with this nightmare of a champ. Freddy Krueger has been holding the TWA Championship hostage, and ever since he ended the career of a great gentleman in Rocky Balboa, he has just firmly taken the idea of a champion to a new low. And of course, Chuck Norris said earlier tonight that when he wins the TWA Championship at Telethon, he's going to do it in Rocky Balboa's honor. And John McClane looks like he's going to soften up Freddy before he gets to his match at Telethon. I guess John McClane is looking at Freddy and saying, "You're Captain Rhodes, and I'm going to stop a mud hole in your ass and walk it dry." Rocky Balboa was actually very close to winning the title at On Your Monitor Adrenaline Rush. But of course, thanks to Hitchcock and Freddy Krueger himself, Rocky ended up coming up short of both his title and his career.
If Rhodes comes out here and gets involved, maybe Hitchcock will take notice and he'll take him under his wing as a client.
I think Hitchcock has enough clients as it is.
He's wasting his time with Freddy. Rhodes and Hitchcock would be such a dream pairing.
Freddy with a hard suplex to John McClane. John McClane takes great pride in what he does in that ring, and he's not going to let Captain Rhodes upstage him or make him look like a fool. There's a hard atomic drop. Hard clothesline. Freddy is making a big mistake underestimating John McClane. And he's sure as hell going to make a big mistake if he underestimates his opponents at Telethon coming April 2nd. And I would like to reiterate, this telethon will take place at the NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas. Deep in the heart of Chuck Norris country. What's it going to be like at the NRG Stadium if Chuck doesn't walk out as the TWA heavyweight champion?
Riots? I'll arrange a special getaway car for us in case he loses.
Everybody here has something to prove here at the Wembley Arena in London, England tonight. And John McClane crashes down on Freddy Krueger. Hard fists. And here he goes again. There's a hard shot. John McClane is just making Freddy Krueger his bitch in there. And here's a pin. 1. And now this match is spilled out to the outside. And now Freddy Krueger is reversed with a Luthez press of his own, trying to humiliate John McClane. And now Hitchcock trying to stick his nose in the match, and John McClane's not going to have any of it. And oh, Freddy Krueger just struck McClane from behind. What they thought was an ingenious little ploy to keep McClane down has only angered him. And now, Die Hard Stunner! This could be it for the TWA champion! Just make the pin. 1. Oh, John McClane wasted a little too much time. If he had gone for the pin right away after the Die Hard Stunner, it would have been over.
You know, of course he took too much time for the pin. You know, McClane, he's too old to run. Oh, and let me iterate everyone that I'm only insulting McClane because he's facing Rhodes, not because I like Freddy, because I don't.
And now Freddy with a hard Russian leg sweep. And of course, we still got 6-man tag team action tonight as the main event, as we will see the Stalker and Chuck Norris reluctantly team up, mind you, alongside Jason Voorhees to face Freddy's entourage of Frankenstein, Karas, and Ghostface. Oh! Freddy with the nightmare! McClane is down. This could be it. 1, 2, no! And now there comes the hard shots. Freddy rakes the face using the butter knives. No point in complaining anymore because the referee usually does nothing about it. A slap to the back of the bald head.
He was swiped right across the face with those knives.
He was lucky he wasn't cut. It's bedlam now between these two. I know this is England, but considering how St. Patrick's Day has come and gone, John McClane would probably want to down a few beers. And now here we go, Freddy with a camel clutch. John McClane is trying to reach his hand near the ropes. He's not throwing in the towel yet, I know that look. And now Freddy once again with a Luthez press. John McClane shoves him off. He tries a clothesline again, but Freddy stops him. Freddy dives on John McClane again. He's not giving him any breathing room.
McClane, how could you fall for that 3 times in a row?
Well, looks like Freddy Krueger is falling for a DDT. And here's the pin. 1. Alfred Hitchcock getting a little uptight over his charge, losing the match. Now, once again, Freddy is trying to succeed where he failed initially the first time, that camel clutch. He's just wrenching that lower back of John McClane, as it had been a nagging injury McClane has suffered for a while now. And John McClane giving the double thumbs up, if you will. 1. And Hitchcock once again saving the day for his charge. Die Hard Stunner. Hitchcock now has to leave the ring. Come on, referee. Charles Robinson, turn your back. Come on. Oh. There's another hard shot. And now Freddy trying to smother John McClane with those butter knives again. He smothered many opponents with this, and now the blood is spilling. It's just dripping, and out of the side of John McClane's head, and that's it. Freddy just won the match.
Here's your winner, Freddy Krueger.
I hope Norris has got something to counter that claw grip with.
Chuck Norris does have something to reverse it, and that's the beard. John McClane's barely able to get up after he suffered a little bleeding at the back of the head. And now he just got distracted by Private Steel long enough for Captain Rhodes to come in and Pearl Harbor him.
I'm gonna enjoy this.
And now Captain Rhodes and Private Steel are double teaming John McClane into oblivion. John McClane just went through a grueling match with Freddy Krueger. John McClane is in a daze. And steel chair shot.
This will be you, McClane. Rated R title matches are always hardcore.
I'm pretty sure McClane knows what these matches are all about.
Oh, wait a minute, Rhodes. I love you, but we gotta work here.
And now Private Steel bashes McClane's head right on our announcer's table. Hard fist. There goes our monitors. And now Private Steel, what is he going to do to McClane? Oh no. Captain Rhodes, don't you dare! Don't you dare! Don't you! Oh! Let's see you return from that.
Our table can be replaced.
All I can say is when John McClane recovers, there's going to be hell to pay for Captain Rhodes. Sure, Rhodes is prancing around right now with that belt, feeling confident over what he did to McClane. But I know John McClane, he doesn't give up. And he's going to make sure Captain Rhodes is in an emergency room in Houston, Texas.
We've had it with 2D, and we demand justice from you.
What did they do?
What did they do? Do you happen to notice what's missing on us?
Oh yeah, your caps. So I'm guessing they stole them?
Yes, and we want you to lay down the law on those thieves.
Okay, I'm sure you're upset about this, but they're just caps. I can't really punish them for stealing $20 hats.
$20 hats? Those caps mean more to us than you think. They are the sacred source of all our powers. They are what makes us super.
Okay, I'm sorry. I didn't know they meant that much to you. I'll talk to 2D.
Forget it, Mario. He's not gonna do a thing. We'll avenge ourselves. Put us against 2D at Telethon in a tag team match.
Okay, that I can do, no problem. And I'll see what I can do about your caps.
Wonderful job, Billy.
Sarcasm in your voice is so transparent. I would have sent Mallory to retrieve those hats right away. Oh, really? Because there was a window of opportunity you could have taken to do that. I already called Mallory while you were yapping, and he's on the case. It's good little deeds like that will win me the votes of the TWA world. By the way, are you prepared for the debate next Battlefront? Are you? You've barely been on TV for the past month. In fact, I bet that seat is freezing cold. It's a little chilly, but I've spent this off time preparing for this debate. I'm more than ready to make you look silly on live internetwork. Dressed like that, it won't be me who looks silly. Dressed in OxyClean drag? I beg to differ.
Alright, RJ just went into the rain to go conduct his heart-to-heart interview with Jaws. I only hope that RJ doesn't try to be the hero here and insult Bond and make him come out here.
Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to bring out to the ring for an exclusive interview former TWA champion and 2014 King of the Tube, Jaws!
Jaws looking very pissed off tonight. Then again, having to be interviewed by RJ, I'd probably be pissed off too. For the past few weeks, he has been ducking James Bond and his recent telethon challenge.
Jaws, myself, as well as the TWA world, all feel the same way as you do. We're all shocked, upset, and heartbroken by 007's recent behavior over the past month. It is unfortunate to see a man so beloved and so respected by millions around the world to turn to the dark side. But despite that, Bond answered your plea for a peaceful talk and then challenged you at Telethon. I only have one simple question for you, Jaws. Do you accept? Will you fight 007 at Telethon 6? Yes or no?
If this is what you want, James, then I accept.
Oh boy. RJ, get out of there. Oh, and by the way, heartbroken, upset, these fans sure don't sound like they feel that way about Bond.
That's great news, Jaws. Thank you. Now, RJ, would you mind interviewing me? I know my loyal fans here in merry old England still appreciate me, but try to convince these moronic Americans why they should still be on my side. Well, I would like to, by all means, Bond, but tell us why you betrayed us.
Betrayed? The only person who has been betrayed here is me. I truly wanted to be allies, Jaws. I would have benefited from having a giant clown sidekick. Then came the Royal Rumble, which I told you and everyone else here how desperately I wanted to win. And you threw me out when my back was turned.
James, I'd just like to point out that you were actually facing Jaws when he eliminated you.
RJ, you're a good man, but please don't make me hurt you. My best chance to finally become TWA champion again was thrown out into the garbage. You might as well have thrown me over that top rope and straight into the trash. Well, now it's my turn. Your career has slumped ever since you lost the TWA title. At Telethon, I'm going to, as the internet fans say, bury you. I'm going to punch your metal teeth right down your throat. 70,000 people in Houston and millions watching around the world will pitifully look at you lying on your back with me standing over your behemoth carcass. And who knows? Maybe afterwards I'll find your girl Dolly. Bond, and have celebratory sex. Something I'm sure she groans at the thought of with you.
Oh shit. 7-foot slam.
Josh, calm down, okay?
You better get back here, RJ.
Whoa. Needless to say, things have really heated up between James Bond and Jaws, as he has formally accepted James Bond's challenge at Telethon. But of course, the heat there will be nothing compared to what we're going to see here in the main event tonight, as Chuck Norris and the Stalker, two Telethon opponents chasing Freddy Krueger for the same title, will have to team up Jason Voorhees to take on Ghostface, Frankenstein, and Cars. Can Chuck Norris and the Stalker put aside their animosity and work together as a team just for tonight, or will things explode before Telethon?
The following 6-man tag team contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, from Woodsboro, California, weighing in at 220 pounds, Ghostface.
In one of the shortest mysteries ever on Battlefront, we found out not too long ago who sent that Telethon 6 text to Ghostface.
Indeed, it is Jason Voorhees. He has laid down the challenge. Jason versus Ghostface on the grandest stage of them all, Telethon.
It may actually not be official. Ghostface refused to fight Jason.
Well, he's got another week or so to give an answer.
And his partners, first, from Germany, weighing in at 299 pounds, Frankenstein's Monster!
Frankenstein and Chorus, of course, teamed up in a handicap match against the Stalker and On Your Monitor's Adrenaline Rush, but they failed to get the job done against the man from the dark side. Needless to say, Freddy Krueger has been unhappy with Frankenstein and Chorus' recent performance, so this is their chance to please their boss and take out not only the Stalker, but to take out Chuck Norris as well.
From Egypt, weighing in at 258 pounds, Chorus!
Chorus, you really gotta get out on your own. Ever since you've been with Frankenstein and then with Freddy, they've been costing you a lot of matches.
Chorus has indeed not seen the level of success that he had achieved last year when he won the University title at last year's Telethon.
I mean, look at the stats. He's only got one solo loss, and that was to Nazareth. And ever since he's been in a tag team, he's lost almost every match. And it hasn't been him who's been pinned.
Pretty sure that fact is not lost on Chorus.
And their opponents. First, from Dallas, Texas, weighing in at 224 pounds, Chuck Norris!
The arena starts to rumble, it's not because of the fans on their feet, it's because of Chuck Norris on his feet.
And his partners. First, from Camp Crystal Lake, weighing in at 275 pounds, Jason Voorhees.
Well, Jason may be in an unfortunate position tonight, because he still hasn't gotten his answer from Ghostface whether the challenge is on at Telethon, also including the fact that Chuck Norris and the Stalker nearly came to blows earlier tonight, and so Jason is in the unfortunate position of being the peacemaker, having to keep those two working as a unit.
Jason is a peacemaker. Oh wait, I think I know what you mean, because he always does like to chop people into pieces.
Well, you have your own little spin on it, Adam, so I call it as I see.
From Antarctica, weighing in at 275 pounds, the Stalker!
Association getting ready within a few weeks to step into the main event and take what he feels is rightfully his, the TWA Championship. Freddy has been jacking the curtain from him far too often. The Stalker is not going to let anybody get in his way. Not Freddy Krueger, not the Slashers, and most of all, not even Chuck Norris.
As we've all said before, Norris can do anything. I'm sure he can beat this guy too. Maybe even send him back down to hell right next to the Invisible Man.
And here we go. Chuck Norris and Ghostface are starting things off. Ghostface trying to get an early advantage for his team, but Chuck Norris, he destroys any momentum an opponent tries to grab on him, and now Jason Voorhees comes into the ring.
Ghostface immediately ran away to get tagged out.
Ghostface is really trying hard to duck Jason Voorhees. And now we got the two giants in there, Frankenstein and Jason. Jason, of course, has had the curtain rugged from under him as well. He came within inches of beating Freddy Krueger for the TWA title at last December's pay-per-view. But thanks to the debut of Ghostface, Jason never won the title. So now, specifically, Jason would love to rid himself of the Slashers, mainly Ghostface. And so far, Jason is giving Ghostface a preview of what he's going to do to him at Telethon. There's one example, suplex. And Jason is just unloading the artillery on the monster. But he comes right back with a headbutt. And this could be Frankenstein's opportunity to tag in. He's taking Jason's corpse to his side of town. Jason Voorhees really needs to get out of there and possibly make a tag. And now the Stalker is ready to get in the ring. The Stalker, of course, pinned Frankenstein at On Your Monitor's Adrenaline Rush. Frankenstein with a one-legged atomic drop. These two picking up right where they left off. And Jason providing a little help. Frankenstein just got backdropped heavily by the Phenom. There's not many people the size of the Stalker that can move like he does. Oh, Karis comes right in with a hard shot. Stalker now wrenching the arm of Karis. I'm pretty positive that any and all tags are going to come through Jason Voorhees in this match, because I don't think the Stalker and Chuck Norris can really trust each other. Ghostface gets dumped on his back by the man from the dark side. Quite frankly, I think Ghostface is getting out of dodge. And now Ghostface feels brave now going after the Stalker after Karis tried to soften him up on the outside. Of course, Ghostface doesn't have the size advantage that his two partners, Karis and Frankenstein, do, and Ghostface just gets thrown over the ropes courtesy of Chuck Norris. And now Jason finally wants his hands on Ghostface, but instead he throws him in the ring and tries to leave. Oh, now Ghostface is brave. He makes a beeline right for Jason Voorhees while he's down, and he runs right to the ring post to tag in Frankenstein. Stalker and Frankenstein are the two legal men. Frankenstein with the pin. 1. No. And now Frankenstein, Karis now doing double teaming on the Stalker, trying to get the job done now that they couldn't do at On Your Monitors. And now the Stalker actually makes the tag to one of his opponents for Telethon, Chuck Norris. Chuck Norris is, of course, fixed on this match. It means everything to him. To not only avenge Rocky Balboa, but to take back the TWA heavyweight title that he lost roughly a year ago at the same event. But of course, Chuck has two opponents that want the TWA title as much as he does. One being the Stalker, and the other being the current champion, the Nightmare from Elm Street, Freddy Krueger. Chuck Norris is in serious trouble on the wrong side of town, but he doesn't care. As a matter of fact, I don't think Chuck Norris is on the wrong side of town. The town is on the wrong side of Chuck Norris.
Oh, RJ, I've got some news that I just heard about. What I'm hearing from doctors, that John McClane may have a compressed neck after that reverse neck breaker through the table.
Well, John McClane's obviously going to have to get it evaluated by doctors within the next week or so, but he still has a few weeks before his match with Captain Rhodes at Telethon for the Rated R title, so he's going to try to get confirmation whether he's ready to go or not. And Chuck Norris, his famous batter-up punch. Karis is down. And here's the pin. Oh, and Ghostface and Frankenstein stopped it in time. And Karis with a hard clothesline to the Chuck. And now Chuck makes the tag to Jason Voorhees. Karas makes the tag to Frankenstein. And now we're seeing the two big bulls in the ring. And now he makes the tag to Ghostface. But oh! Jason was merely playing possum. He wants Ghostface right now. And he's got him. Is it the Crystal Lake? The Crystal Lake Cross. Down goes Ghostface. If he could pin Ghostface right now, maybe there won't be a match at Telethon, because he put him out of commission so early. What? And Karas stops the count.
Running away doesn't really work, Ghostface. Jason always just mysteriously ends up behind the next tree.
Well, unlike a tree, Jason Voorhees is not standing currently as he got rammed over the steel steps. And Ghostface rams Jason Voorhees from behind with a bulldog. And of course he's running away. Casual hit and run. Whether these two will be opponents at Telethon is still up for debate. Jason Voorhees is playing with Ghostface like he's playing with children. Of course, it won't help Jason Voorhees to try to get a submission victory around that area. Karas and Frankenstein are always going to break up the count. And now, Karas with the throat vice. He finished off many opponents to win the Universal title. Could this be it? 1, 2. Oh, Stalker stops it immediately. Karas makes the tag to Ghostface. And now the Stalker is going to have Ghostface all to himself. Ghostface trying to get an early advantage with that TWAWorld DDT. 1. Pinfall 1, 2. Ghostface is not throwing in the towel just yet. Stalker throws Ghostface across the ring with a fall-away slam. And here's the pin. Now the Stalker having his way with Ghostface so far. 1. Take a look at the crowd here at the Wembley Arena here in glorious London, England. They've been getting a show so far.
And I can't believe they're not burnt out after a near 3-hour long episode.
And the Stalker goes for the pin, but so far Ghostface holding his own in the ring against the Phenom. But now here comes Frankenstein. Here comes the hard shots. In terms of teamwork, though, I may have to give this match to the Slashers. They're proving more effective as a team, making more frequent tags. Meanwhile, I'm still not convinced that Chuck Norris and the Stalker have put their problems on pause. It's like both of those opponents are more fixed on damaging the other guys rather than focusing as a team. But now it looks like Jason and the Stalker are having no problems coexisting. With a double Russian leg sweep on Frankenstein, but Ghostface is trying to hold the Stalker for Frankenstein to hit him. And there's a slap. Frankenstein riding the Stalker like a pony. Stalker with that hard choke. 1-2, and Karis stops it in time. Oh. There's the nosedive pile driver. Stalker's finishing maneuver. It is not looking good for the Slashers. Here's the pin. 1, 2, 3. Stalker, Chuck, and Jason are the victors.
Your winners, Jason Voorhees, Chuck Norris, and the Stalker.
Well, despite the animosity between the Stalker and Chuck, they did coexist as a team surprisingly, and this has led them to victory over the Slashers. And now Jason Voorhees, he hasn't had enough of Ghostface. He wants him badly. What's he doing? Wait, what's Jason doing? What? His finisher can't Crystal Lake Cross. And oh! He just drove Ghostface right into the metal guardrail. Jesus Christ, superstar, that hurts.
If you wanted a match at Telethon, you shouldn't have done that because you may have just put him out of action.
I don't think Jason cares. He just wants his hands on Ghostface after screwing him out of the title for all these months. This is pure animosity and hatred built up between these two.
But look in the ring. There may be some more action.
Chuck is extending his hand to the Stalker, but oh! Instead of a handshake, he tries to get a choke slam, but Chuck Norris reverses it into a DDT. And the roundhouse kick. Down goes the Phenom.
Looks like he didn't really want to do it.
Stalker, he looks livid. Chuck Norris just upstaged him at the Wembley Arena in London, England. We had to expect things were going to heat up between these two individuals, and more so with Freddy Krueger in the mix. Things are only going to get heated up as we reach into the last week of Battlefront before Telethon. Thanks for joining us, everybody. RJ Peckham and Mark Adams signing off.